7th graders are just trying to pass math, but I'm trying to test into calculus. This is part one of my journey of testing into calculus because by 8th grade, I really want to get into calculus. So I'm going to be teaching you guys everything that I learned in my pre-calculus textbook in order so we can both learn and maybe you too could test into calculus. So let's start things off with the first thing I learned. The first thing I learned were exponential functions. Basically, exponential functions are functions with the use of exponents, and they grow really fast. Think of it this way. 2 squared might be 4, but 2 to the 10th is 1024. Next was the transformation of exponential functions. This is when you graph an exponential function, but then you're just moving it up, down, left, or right. Same function, different position. Then I learned about compound interest. And this is really helpful because we use it a lot in real life during banking, accounting, and more. Here's the formula for compound interest, but let me break it down for you. P is basically the starting money that you have. R is the interest rate at which you're compounding it. N is the number of times that it gets compounded, and T is the total time. Next, I learned about APY, which is the annual percentage yield. And basically, this tells you how much of that money you're actually getting. If a bank tells you 5%, the APY is going to tell you actually how much that is. Then I learned about exponential functions, starting with the number e. And the number e is super important. The number e equates to around 2.718, but we'll get back to it later. And finally, we went over logarithmic functions. You can think of logarithmic functions as the opposite of exponents. The question we're trying to answer is to what number do we raise this to? Basically, if a to the b power is equal to c, then you would read a logarithm as log base a of c is equal to b. A simple example would be log base 10 of 1000 is equal to 3 because 10 cubed is equal to 1000. Now, there are two main types of logarithms, natural logs and common logs. Common logarithms are having a logarithm with a base of 10. Like the example I just gave you was a common logarithm. Natural logarithms, which have this symbol, have a logarithm with a base of e. Remember that fancy number I told you we get back to? Yup, that's what it's used for, natural logarithm. And it's shown up everywhere in life. Bye guys, thanks for watching and learning Squad. And remember, this is only part one of my journey to testing into calculus. And hopefully you learned something too with me. Bye guys!